Okay. Hello, everybody. Okay, we're at the Kollel Shira in the Young Israel of Woodmere, Erev Shabbos Chanukah, and we're going to learn a beautiful piece from the Meor Eyniem. It's a beautiful idea on Chanukah to understand what the Nes of Chanukah and how was it, how there was a few Chashmonayim. How did it happen that there were just a few Chashmonayim that went up against the Rabbim Ma'atim? How is it possible logistically? Yeah. How is it possible that if you take, just picture this, you take a few guys that go out of the Meor Yeshiva, they're going to go up against the army. They're going up the the United States Army. We're going to battle them. Yeah. How would they do that? But wait a second. But we know that the Greeks at the time, they were the world power. Yeah. Right? The same way today, the United States is considered a world power. They were the world power. Yeah. It's undisputable. Yeah. But yet there's these few Chashmonayim. They went and they conquered the whole army. Now, how did they do that? Let's try to understand that. Yeah. Let's see how they did that, and let's see what we can do, that we can tap into that power that they had. Yeah. Let's see if we can do that. Okay? Here we go. So Parshas Miketz, the Doris, the Chanukah. Let's jump in. Tanu Rabbanan. So holy Meor Eyniem says like this. He brings down the
Who is this?
The Meor Eyniem.
Yeah.
He was a great tzaddik that lived about 150 years ago.
Do we know his name?
I don't recall his name at the moment. Yeah. Okay, so Tanu Rabbanan, my Chanukah, the Tanu Rabbanan, that the Rabbanan learned, b'chafei b'kislev, that we know on Chafei Kislev we rested, yeah. And therefore we called it Chanukah, right? And it says shekanichnasu Yevanim laheichal. So we know when the Yevanim came into the Heichal, into the Beis Hamikdash, so we know that they brought in there the pretzes, they brought in all the garbage, and they defiled everything in the Beis Hamikdash. Hine l'chayra al kein kavanas kushasei hu lama nikra Chanukah umat teretz loy al zeh. So the question is, why is it called Chanukah, and how does the answer really help the question Chanu Chav Hey? How does that really answer the question why it's called Chanukah because of Chanu Chav Hey? I mean, the Yevanim came into the Heichal, they defiled everything. How do you answer it's called Chanukah? We got the Beis Hamikdash back because of Chanu Chav Hey. Let's understand. Achayamesu Shemilas Chanukah hu Chanu Chav Hey, which is also the word Ko. Kaisavarchu. Right, Kaisavarchu, Kayiyazaracha, right, those words, right, the word Kai. Sheyesh Mida Nikra Ko. There's a Mida that's called Kai, Ko. Vehi Midas Malchus, and that Mida is the Mida of Malchus. So we know in all the Midas, right, it's Chesed, Vur, Tves, Netzach, Yisayid, and Malchus. Malchus is the lowest of the Midas, and we know that the Mida of Malchus encompasses all the upper Midas. Malchus is all encompassing. Shamelech hu mitzaveh koi yiyah v'koi yiyah. The king, you have a king that says, I want this to be like this, and the thing happens like the king said. Right. Koi, like that, just like this. Kamay kain amidazu mitzaveh b'chol olamais. Right? V'ayidei shemisnagim kol olamais. And that's the way all of the worlds run. In other words, this midah of Ko, Hashem says, I want this to happen like this and this to happen like that, and that's the way it happens. Because Hashem said He wants it to be Koi, like this. Yeah. ומפני זה הצדיקים יש בכוחם ומפני זה הצדיקים יש בכוחם למשול בכל העולמות, and therefore the tzaddikim have the ability to rule in all of the worlds. The tzaddikim can rule in all of the worlds. Because they have this midah of Ko in the tzaddikim. They have this midah, and therefore they can also do things and accomplish things in the worlds. He's going to explain. Kamar Razal, as Chazal teach us. Al pasuk tzaddik meishel b'yiras elikim. Right? Tzaddik meishel. It's a pasuk in Shmuel. Okay, if you look on the bottom of Shmuel Beis, Chav Gimel, Perek Chav Gimel, Pasuk Gimel. If you want to see the pasuk, okay? Tzadik Maishel B'Yir Elikim. Umi Maishel Bi. So the question is, who is the one that's being Maishel on me? Who is Maishel Bi? Who, so to say, runs Hashem? Tzadik. The tzaddik runs Hashem. What does that mean? What does that mean? Shakadosh Baruch Hu goyze gezeira v'tzaddik mevatla. We know this concept that tzaddikim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu makes the gezeira, and the tzaddikim come along and they mevatla the gezeira. How does that happen? V'hukshu b'zayir Hakadosh, and the Zayir asks a question. V'chi tzaddikaya katruga d'ma'arehu. Is it possible that the tzaddik can actually can change what's going on in Shema? How could that be? But really, Hashem, the tzaddik's not doing anything. The tzaddik wants something to happen, and because the tzaddik is so connected to Hashem, so Hashem actually takes care of it. It's not the tzaddik doing anything; it's really only Hashem. But because the tzaddik is so dear to Hashem, and the tzaddik is asking Hashem for something, so Hashem obliges his what he's requesting, and Hashem does it. So really Hashem is the one doing it. Yes, exactly. Because we know the klal that any time Klal Yisrael is in tsar, it's a tsar for Hashem. Like we say, Hashem, you're with me in my tsar. I'm not here myself. Hashem, you're with me in my tsar. I'm not by myself. Who beside Galus Hashchina. And this is the secret to the Galus Hashchina. We were learning before about the Shechina, right? And the Shechina is from on high, and he comes into this world, and the Shechina is really in Galus. Shemidas Malchus Anal Nikra Shechina. Malchus is also called Shechina, right? So let's go back now. So we said that the Midah of Ko is Malchus, and we said that the Shechina is Malchus. We understand that the Shechina is Malchus. That's not hard to understand, right? That's part from Hashem, the Shechina of Malchus. Because the Shechina is Sheichin b'chol makom. The Shechina dwells in all places. The Shechina comes and dwells in all places. V'hi nikras gam kein Knesset Yisrael. The Shechina is also called Knesset Yisrael. So we know what is the Shechina. The Shechina is the combination of all Nishmas Yisrael together make up the embodiment of all Neshamas Yisrael, make up the Shechina. That's what the Shechina is. The embodiment of all Knesset Yisrael. And that's how we know when a Jew, when there are 10 Jews that get together in a shul.
At the time of Noah, there was no Shechina?
I don't know.
I'm just wanting to see.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I'm going to stick with the text, okay? Let's stick with the text. Okay, so in the text it says here like this, V'hi nikra gam kein Knesset Yisrael. So the Shechina is called Knesset Yisrael. Well, there was at that time, there was no Knesset Yisrael yet. So I guess the Shechina wasn't revealed in the world. I don't know. I'm not...
Maybe Besuf.
Huh?
Besuf.
Besuf?
In Hashem's, under Hashem's throne, figuratively.
Okay, yeah. Kaineses b'seicha. Okay, it's kaineses. The Shechina is kaines. It's included in all of Klal Yisrael. So kulam nilkechu mimidazu. Come on, next page, please. Razal kol Yisrael b'nei malachim. We know that all of Klal Yisrael b'nei malachim. Right. In other words, we know that we have Malchus because we're B'nai Malachim. We're HaKadosh Baruch Hu's children. B'nai B'chayri Yisrael. Right? Hashem said, we're His children. B'nai B'chayri Yisrael. Right? B'chol atzarei sheyesh li Yisrael achman latzlan hu b'sayid nefilas hashchina. Any time Klal Yisrael is in any tsar, the Shechina falls. The Shechina is the Shechina is downtrodden when we are in any tsar. Shehi midas malchus. That means the midah of malchus is down. The midah of malchus is down. Whether it's sur yoladetecha toshi, like tosh kayach, toshi, weaken. V'atzadikim ayedei maseyem atoivim ma'alin keviyachol hashchina k'maishenema tnu oiz lelekim she Yisrael meisifin kayach b'pamal yeshamala. Oh, look at this, how beautiful this is. The tzaddikim, they lift up the Shekhinah. They give, so to say, oiz lelekim. She Yisrael ma'isifim koyach b'may. We add koyach. Again, here's another hint to when we do something good down in this world, we're adding koyach up on high. Again, don't ever think that I'm doing a mitzvah here and the mitzvah stops over here. No. When I'm doing my mitzvah here, there's a lot of stuff going on in the upper world at the same time. A lot of things going on. So we should really take our mitzvahs very care. They should be very dear to us to know that there's much more going on than I'm doing here in this world. There's more things going on. I'm involved in other things that I don't even realize what I'm doing. I don't know.
You're involved or somebody else is involved?
No, you're involved. You're in the Shama. You're in the Shama. We studied the fact that, there are different parts in the Neshama. There's a chelik on the Neshama called Yaakov, the part that's called Yaakov, that we have here with us in this world, the lower, but there's another part of the Neshama which is called Yisrael, which is the upper part of your Neshama, which is called Yisrael.
And it's in the upper world?
And it's in the upper world at the same time. So you're living in this world and you're in the upper world at the very same time. Shemida anal nikras palmalia shalmala shekaineses b'soicha kol amidas el yoinim shekula mashpiam l'soicha. Because all of the midas up on high, they're all included in the malchus. Again, like we said, malchus is the lowest one of the midos. And because malchus is the lowest one, it, so to say, encompasses all the other ones. Shemidas malchus nisalis oz v'nisbatlu kol ha'gezeres v'chol ha'dinim. So in other words, when we do something in this world, by doing the right thing, by doing the Ratzon Hashem, by doing the right thing with people, acting kindly, doing the right thing, so we are giving, so to say, koyach in Shemayim for them to do good things for us in this world. So in other words, I'll give you an example. If someone's not doing well, so people get together and they say Tehillim. Why should Tehillim help? Why should Tehillim help this person? I'm saying these words together. Why should that help this person? Because we say it together, so we invoke mercy from on high, because we're showing Hashem, look, all these people care about this sick person. All these people got together. He had to be mispalel for this person. So Hashem sees that Jews got together, the Shekhinah got together in order to. So it causes that the up on high would have compassion on this person, and if we daven and we're sincere enough, we can help the person. Now, and we all know that the Torah was created because of the Torah. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it says he looked into Araisa, he looked in the Torah, and he created the world, right? And Klal Yisrael. HaKadosh Baruch Hu it was all of a machshava. Originally Hashem wanted to make Klal Yisrael. And Hashem wanted that he should have his people in this place. He wanted a dira tachtaina, a place in this world to feel comfortable with. So Hashem made the world and everything in all of creation in order to help us, to recognize that there is Hashem in the world. Everything that was created is all there to help us to find Hashem. But we have to know to look for Hashem. And we have to know that we don't get swayed by all the other things that are in this world. V'tachlis kol habriya haya begin nishmadin and lay sheyu makirin es Hashem yisbarach. That really we're supposed to recognize HaKadosh Baruch Hu in this world. That's the whole point. Us recognizing and finding Hashem in everything in this world. This is what Hashem wants us to do. Find Hashem in all the people we meet, in all the things we see, all the places we go. Know that Hashem is there. Find Hashem in every single situation. Ach be'emtzuhus ma yechoylin lagia lahaki oisei yisbarach. But now the question is, when you're involved in all these things in the world, you can get so verblundet, you can get all so confused. How are you going to find Hashem? You get all so confused, you see all these different things, and you wander. How would you find Hashem? So the Rebbe says, it's impossible unless you'll be davik, you connect yourself to the midas of Hashem. Kama Razal, Mahu Rachum, Af Atarachum. The same way Chazal teach us, the same way Hashem Yisbarach is compassionate, so we show compassion to other Jewish people. We do things to emulate the way HaKadosh Baruch Hu does His midas. We do the same things so we can emulate the way Hashem is running the world.
We say this after Shabbos.
We do? Yes? After Ravid the Ravid. And that's how we can come close to Hashem. In other words, by doing things, by us giving tzedakah, by us being nice to people, by us learning Torah, by us davening to Hashem, by us talking to the rabbis, all the things that we're supposed to do. Nothing extra. All the things we're supposed to do are all ideas. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us 613 ideas on how to get close to Him. All the mitzvahs are there only to give us ideas how to get close to Hashem. So now let's understand, we want to understand, how is it possible that these few Chashmonaim, that were not soldiers, they were never trained to be soldiers, they didn't know warfare, but how did these Chashmonaim, how did they conquer this great army? How did they do it? So v'hinei oz kitchenikzu yevadim laheichel, hayu b'sayid nefilas hashchina kiviyachol, v'nizgabru aklipas. So we know when the Yevanim came into the Beis Hamikdash, they entered the Heichel. We know that the Shechina was in Galus. The Shechina couldn't stay there at that time. The Shechina left. It couldn't be over there at the time when the Yevanim brought the priestess in there. Uvay matisyo kain gadol shayat sadik gadol limud das esam laachos b'midais of Yisbarach came matisyo kain gadol. The great tzaddik, he taught us this idea of how to connect to the midas of Hashem. He taught us how we can connect to the midas of Hashem, how we can get closer to Hashem. In other words, when we are not doing the ways of Hashem, when we're not studying Torah, when we're not being nice to others, when we're not giving tzedakah, when we're not davening, when we're not speaking to Hashem, when we're not doing the things we're supposed to do, so then we cause the Shechina to be in Galus. And then when the Shechina is in Galus, the Yevanim creep in. The Yevanim can come in. But when we start to do the right thing, we fix it. What happened with the Nes Purim? We were doing the wrong thing. It comes along Mordechai. Leich Knesses Kol Hayudim. Gather up all the Jews. Remember those words? Leich Knesses Kol Hayudim. Go get everybody together. Everyone has to be part of this. No one can be left out. Everyone has to be part of this. And they were davening, and they were learning, and Mordechai taught them the right way of Avodas Hashem. And by doing that, Mamela, we see that Haman Russia was knocked down, like we say in the Moitzur. Right? He was hung. Right? So here, the Matisyahu Gadol taught us, look guys, you're not doing the right thing. But I'm going to tell you, look, let's start being good to each other. Let's start davening to Hashem. Let's start learning Torah. Let's start doing the right thing. By doing that, Mamela will lift the Shechina back up. We'll lift the Shechina back up when we start doing the right thing. And when we lift up the Shechina, Mamela, the bad guys run away. They'll just run away. Because we're doing the right thing. We see it by Purim. What happened? The Haman of Russia was hung, and all the whole Gezerah went away. We were saved. We were saved physically. In Chanukah, we were saved spiritually. Right? There was a difference between Chanukah and Purim. Purim, our lives were at risk. They wanted to kill out every Jew. Minavi Ataf, Adzokin, right? They wanted to kill everybody out. But on Chanukah, were we physically in danger? No, we weren't physically in danger. We just had to decide to be like the Hellenists. If we followed the ways of the Yevanim, we were fine. So Matisyahu Ben Yochanan, he taught us that, guys, look, you're going to have to start to do the right thing. Start to come back to Hashem. Recognize Hashem as Hashem Echad. Recognize it's all Hashem. And we're not going to win anything on our own. By us getting together and doing the right thing, Mamela, the bad will go away. Mamela, the bad will go away. How do you see that? How many times have you been in a situation, and you came into a room, and there were, let's say, non-Jews that were discussing something that wasn't appropriate,
Right.
or they were using foul language.
Right.
And then you walk in and they go, "Oh, we're so sorry, sir, we're sorry." Because you see a Jew who
They're-
walks
they're-
in.
They're not sorry.
No, but they'll say this. They'll say they're sorry.
Oh, maybe,
It never happened.
maybe.
It never happened. You never saw that. Never. You never experienced that.
When you come into a room, they don't care. They just
No.
keep talking.
If you come into an area where the people, they know you. There's
Oh,
people that know you, and they're carrying on in not a nice, graceful way.
Oh, okay,
And then you walk in, they "Oh, we're so sorry we said that. We didn't mean to say."
Yeah,
Why?
Maybe. Okay,
Because again,
okay.
good pushes
Yeah,
away the bad.
Right.
Good has the ability to push away the bad.
Yeah.
Now look, Kol Adinim Vayidei Nitzchu as a Yevonim, and that's how we were victorious on the Yevonim, by us just starting to come back to Hashem, by us serving the Rebbeinu the right way. That's how the Yevonim they left. The Yevonim left. It's the same idea. If we would believe that Eretz Yisrael is really ours, if we truly believed it, they would back down. But the problem is, the people don't believe, and we don't believe it's really ours.
Yeah.
They don't believe it's really ours. So therefore they're saying, so then the Yevon, the modern day Yevonim, which are the Yishmaelim there, so they say, listen, if you don't believe it's yours, we'll say it's ours.
Right. Yeah.
But if they truly believed it's mine, no one's going to come to the United States and say we're taking Washington.
No.
Right? How come the Yishmaelim, then they all gather together in America? There are millions of them. Why did they say, well, we want Washington, it's ours? Why did they do that?
No.
Oh, because we believe Washington is the America. That's America. But
Yeah.
Yerushalayim, maybe it's ours, maybe it's not, and maybe really they're right. This and maybe blah, 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 blah. And that's the whole problem. Again, if we truly believe in something, the right thing, so Mamela, all of the bad just goes away.
Of course.
They'll just fall away. It's all we have the wherewithal within us to do this. If we start to believe what's right is right, and we truly believe it with all our might, the bad will just fall.
That's
Timu kol hashmanim. That's what happened when the Yevonim came into the Heichel. They made tamei all the oil. Now, what's shmanim? Chachma nikra shemen. Chachma, wisdom, knowledge is called shemen. Shemen zayizach, oil. What's a loimer? Shetimu kol hachachmais. They defiled all of our chachma. Afilu chachma satayra nitma. They were metame the chachma of Torah. What does that mean? Shalayin them b'pniyas v'gadlus. The Jewish people were learning because they had ulterior motives to why they were learning. They wanted people to think they were great. They wanted to impress people. They wanted this, whatever they wanted. They wanted to do things. They were learning shalei lishma. They taught them, if you're going to learn Torah, don't learn lishma. Just learn because it's a nice knowledge. You become smart. Study Gemara, learn Taisvis because it'll sharpen your mind. It'll sharpen your mind.
Koreans.
Not that you'll get closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It'll make you smart. You become a better lawyer.
Yeah.
That's learning the pniyas of the godless. But when the Chashmonayim were Gavru, when they took charge and they taught us the right way, and we started to believe what they were saying is right, and they understand what it is, Matzu Pach Echad. So then we're able to find that little Pach Echad. You ever wonder something? They came, the Chashmonayim, they came into the Beis HaMikdash, and everything was defiled.
Yeah.
Everything was disgusting.
Yeah.
What gave them the ability to even look for something good in there? It was such a mess.
Yeah.
The place was a wreck. It was ransacked.
Yeah.
It was ransacked. What gives them the ability? What gives them the ability to be able to even look for the Pach Shemen? What gave them the ability to look for the Pach Shemen? Yes, yeah, go ahead, Yaakov.
After a fire, people go back to the scene to see if anything was saved. It's a natural curiosity, but to find it had to be overlooked by the
Yevonim. Yeah.
And sometimes we know that something is blatantly there and it's just not seen.
You can't see it.
The eye just doesn't.
You know, we say there's a lot of people have a minute when they're looking for something. They say to Hashem, Gale Naiven Abita. Hashem, I know it's here. Gale Naiven Abita. Open my eyes. Let me see where it is.
Yeah.
Gale Naiven Abita. Let me see where this is. Yeah. So you're right. In other words, but what gave them the ability, the wherewithal, in order to find it? It was such a mess. I heard a cute story. I'll share with you a cute story. We heard that story that the guy was his house was broken into. The guy's house was broken into, and they took the guy's keys, and they stole his car, and he had one of those little tiles. He had one of those little tiles, a little tracking device, in the car. So it would beep. The police knew that the car was stolen. So they were tracking the car, and they saw the car went here, and then they saw the car went there. By the time they came to it, it was gone, and went to another place. It was a couple of days later, and they finally caught up with the car, and they called him up, and they said to him, I have some bad news to tell you. He says, well, what is it? He says, well, the cop tells him that, we found that we must be that these people were living in your car for a very long time, because we saw in the back seat there were a lot of crumbs and juice boxes and all kind of wrappers, candy wrappers and all kind of things. So he was thinking, he asked the cop, do you have any kids? No, I don't have no kids. He said, yeah, you're right. They were probably living here for a very long time. They were probably here for a very, very long time. No, so why am I saying that? Because look, the Chashmonaim came into the basement. It was a giant mess. But they said, we're going to find something. I'm going to look. I'm going to be mechapes. I'm going to find some good. I'm going to be mechapes toiv. There's got to be some toiv left. There's got to be oid, something there. There has to be something special still there. I'm going to find it. So they started rummaging through all of the things until they found that pach echad. Now, what's the significance of echad? Watch this. Matzu pach echad. They found one pach, one jar. They found pach echad, right? Everyone knows that, right? They found pach echad, one jar. What's the significance of one? Echad gematria yud gimel. Echad, right? The aleph is 1, the ches is 8, and the dalet is 4. What is that? 13. Yud gimel midas harachamim. Yud gimel midas. Hainu le'echaz b'yud gimel midas of Yisbarach. To grab onto the yud gimel midas of Hashem. Pach echad. Grab onto the echad, the midas of Hashem. Mahu, and he says, and therefore they brought 13 preachers. They brought 13 disgusting things into the Heichel. 13 against the 13. Because we weren't being oiches in the ways of Hashem in the beginning. And therefore the midah of Malchus fell down because we weren't connecting ourselves to Hashem. And the klipa got stronger. Where's the klipa? Yevonim. The Yevonim was stronger. But when Matasho taught us, the Kohen Gadol taught us how do you connect to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ma'u racham afato racham. He taught us all these things, how we have to connect to HaKadosh Baruch Hu in the right way. And we understood that. Nispardu kol polei oven v'oven. All the bad stuff went away. And of course, we were able to live safely and everything. We found the goodness. We're able to make a mizmah shir Chanukah habayis. In the mitzvah Hashem. If we understand that what we understand, if we with ourselves believe what we do is truly important, and everything we're doing, every mitzvah we do is so dear, and not only are we doing something in this world, but it's connected to a higher place at the very same time I'm doing it. And when I do something good, I'm causing repairs in the entire world, even though I don't understand it. It's not my business, but I just know by me doing the right thing, by me connecting to the right thing, all the klipas and all of this stuff will just go away the same way the Chashmonaim ran away. And if we would believe that Eretz Yisrael is truly ours, and we really, truly would believe it, we're Bemuna Shalema, this is ours, and we would tell them, get out of here, this is not yours. Not the fluffy would care what the world says. No, if it's something is yours, you tell them this is mine. What are you doing? But they don't believe it. We don't believe it. So Hashem should give us the ability to gale naiv and abita the truth, to see the truth that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is Hashem Echad, Shema Echad. We should have a lechtig Shabbos Chanukah, a good Chodesh, and Gezai gebenched.